Hello, Sagittarius. Some of you have been going through big transformations and you are already aware of it. You've grown, you have climbed up from feeling like you were way down on the ground and you may not even felt like you could get up, but today you are there. Over the next 2 weeks and the end of December are two of the most important weeks because this is about transformation, endings, and starting a new beginning in January as we look at this next 3 to 4 weeks for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Sagittarius. So, there's this unbelievable information that has been coming in. I feel some of you have been getting downloaded information where it's coming from the universe and you can feel it in your soul. You can feel it inside of you, that unseen energy that's connected to your soul. This is very uplifted energy because you have overcome and are getting ready to triumph over everything that you've been through. It's not necessarily a test, although it may definitely have felt like it. I'm being tested. I can't get up. Why is this happening? All of these crazy questions that we ask just before the turning point goes in an upward direction. Planning and preparing and organizing and trying to find, looking out into the vast energy of the universe and saying, what direction am I supposed to go? Look at the sun and watch the sun. Well, don't look at it where it hurts your eyes, but pay attention to the way the sun hits on life here on earth and the angles and the colors and the beautiful energy that floats around it. You can see the movement. And they're saying when you do this, when you recognize what you're seeing, that's when the blessings are getting ready to come in. Now, you may be in an area where it's not really sunny, but it only takes a few minutes of sunshine to see this. And some of you may be able to see it in the moonlight. Whatever it is for you, the shifting, the energy shifts. And if you haven't watched the reading that I just did, you may want to check that out. The energy shift reading. I've given all the tools for you guys for the entire month to help make this transition into a brand new chapter. And that's what you're getting ready to do. You have had to learn how to understand, heal, and grow the mind, body, and soul. From aspects of old childhood issues, how you create blockages in your own self. We create this fighting force around us a lot of times, and it comes from an unknown area. It comes from the core. That's all of these attachments that have been, life experiences that weren't completely healed. We carry those forward. And what you're being guided to do is to finally allow it to be released. Turn around and make out one quick glance. Did you do this one, this one, this one? Are they gone? Do you feel anything? What do you feel? Ask yourself, because you've already gone through the dark night of the soul. And if you need a little help with that, I have single private sessions available only until you can book them through the 31st of December. And then I won't be offering them publicly anymore, only in my newsletter, my close community. So this is that final judgment call is, are you ready to transform your life? Sag, are you ready to look in a different direction where you don't get triggered by anyone anymore? What happened in the past, you realize that it is part of your growth, and it can take a while where mentally we understand it, but the heart says it still hurts a little bit. The solar plexus still have a tugging, and it may even pull you down to the ground sometimes, especially when you're faced with a challenge. And that challenge, you may turn around and not even realize you're blaming it on something or someone from the past. But the universe is here to say there is somebody coming in to help you through this whole situation. And it is going to take place in the beautiful month of December, in the last 2 weeks of December, where this healing finally is going to be released. And once it's released, this wish is granted to you. Now, you may have already been through an ascension process, so you're very familiar with what I am talking about. So this could be another one that you've been going through, wondering, did I even complete it? Is it real? We do go through that questioning period over again. We may have deep wounding of 5 different situations, so you have to go through it 5 times. It depends on us. And if we don't complete it, we have to go back and finish it. So the completion time, it continues, and then there's always more growth. There's always more to learn, more knowledge, because the universe is so vast with information that it would take a multitude of lifetimes, hence eternity, of our soul to complete all of the cycles. I mean, fully complete them. So you never have to repeat that pattern again. And that's what you've been going through, is completing this cycle. So this is a very big month, and it is going to really have this dynamic effect, a powerful, informative effect on you in the month of January. So we have the Eight of Swords that I'm pulling out some cards for additional detail from what you're looking at on the screen. And the Eight of Swords is, you've been in this pattern of the Five of Swords, the self-sabotaging energy, and you might have even heard yourself when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, balancing your finances out, giving to people. You might have been kind of taking your fist and knocking your head, knock, knock, knock. What are you doing? Why did you do that? Kind of a combative energy that is in a soft-spoken way, to where it tricks you to think that you're not really sabotaging yourself, but yet you really are. It's keeping you stuck. So understanding, like I said in the beginning, understanding that our mind creates everything around us. The mind, the body, and the soul must be in alignment. And that's what we learn when we go into the dark night of the soul. So this Eight of Swords is saying you can't get out of it, but you can get out of it. So let go of the negative thinking, number one. And set your intentions. Take a look back and set your intentions, especially when it comes to your security, when it comes to your financial obligations. You may have another opportunity coming in on what you already do to get your financial income. Whether that's retirement, whether that's already having a job, or if you have none, there is something coming in that's going to make you feel more secure and grounded. This is coming in the next. It will begin between December and, in this 3 to 4 week time, between December 15th and January 15th. But the real feeling of security is going to come over the next 10 weeks. So that's like getting a job, you start your job, and then you get your paycheck, etc. It comes in. Or making a financial investment that in X amount of time, it gives the return. Whatever it is going to be very, very healthy for you. It is going to help you feel able to make another move, able to start a new beginning with confidence. That's a beautiful energy. And that's part of the beautiful divine reward that's coming your way. Job well done. So whoever this King of Wands is also showing up in the detail. And, this is when it comes to an outside organization, a company, or even although it's not pentacles, I am hearing loan. So this might be through a local county entity. I'm hearing the word loan. So if you're trying to start a project and you need funding, you are going to meet somebody. So it's more about the person. For those of you who are looking for funding, I feel you're going to get a private investor. A private investor, they may be a business owner who invests in new businesses, but there is something coming in where this support is going to be there for you. Support to help you feel more stable, and that may be very well the wish that you've been asking for. But for a lot of you, it's the dream that you kept seeing, the dream of the romantic relationship, the career endeavor, this idea, this big profound movement that's going to make you feel secure, not just for the next year or the next decade, but for you the rest of your entire life, where you're front and center and all eyes are going to be watching you. They're going to be listening to you because you have this beautiful energy of leadership about you. You're very good at training people and you're very charismatic, so people are automatically drawn to you, Sagittarius. You're very bold and audacious when you want to be, And equally, you can withdraw and hide when you want to be, to do that as well. But there is this illumination that's coming through, particularly around career, projects, and finance, that is going to really propel you, where you're going to want to show yourself, step out your front door, get out there and take ownership of what you've been working on, what you've been asking for. When it comes to family and friends, I feel that there is a family member who's been around you that has really gone through a lot. There may have been the severing of ties between the two of you, and it came in from out of the blue, out of nowhere, where some harsh words were spoken, and that has put you in that uh, Eight of Swords energy, because I feel the communication has stopped between you and that family or very good close friend. Whoever this is, I feel that you had a lovely relationship with this individual, or the makings for sure, but the harsh words that were spoken are just more than you can bear, or more than they could bear. It was like a turning point. However, when you see it from the soul perspective, you two were meant to part ways at that time. And if they're going to come back, that will happen. That will happen as you go forward and get unstuck. That moves the energy around you and brings them back in, where you're waiting to hear from them. You're looking at your phone, looking at your emails, wondering, maybe even looking them up online, wondering what they're doing, or they're looking you up. But there is a healing opportunity with this, where it's going to bring you back, and it's going to unite the two of you again. It will unite you, but you have to actually address the issue that took place, that separated you two in the beginning. That is what's going to break this freedom, and it's going to create a new relationship, a quality relationship with this person. If you choose, you don't have to. But it's more about releasing it, right? Because once you release it, that's when this beautiful wish being granted. The Star card is putting you front and center in front of anybody around you. And that is the overall energy for the next 3 to 4 weeks for you guys. So that is being in a spotlight, all eyes on you. And that includes the universe watching you as well. And when they see that you have accomplished, that's when the reward comes down. So whoever this person was that hurt you, the harshness is going to be removed. So when you do go back one last time, one final time, that harshness will be gone. And you can look at it from all angles. You can see it from every different direction and make sure that you do or don't want to be involved with them. Now, they may have reached out to you already, whoever this person is, causing some anxiety and worry, or you're just wondering, am I ever going to hear from them again? Will we ever see or speak again? And that negative thinking is what's blocking the two of you from coming back together. Will you ever rekindle? Yes. For a lot of you, you will. You will. Not just in a telepathic way, but in the human world. It's like resolving, and then the abundance comes flying in. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So when it comes to romance, you may have been going through a lot of challenges. I'm seeing 5-10 years. Another zodiac sign had 5 and 10s as their numbers, 5 to 10 years, and that is equally you. So check out your moon and rising and sun sign, all three, because it's very important to understand from all angles of what is going on around us. We don't just come from one aspect, we come from a multitude. So when it comes to romantic situations, you may have gone through a lot of struggles when it comes, relationships of romantic type, whether that's with your current partner or just in general. For those of you who are single, you may have blocked off relationships. If you're in one, if you have a partner right now, just kind of shut down and say, yeah, no, I don't want to talk to you. and even become zip mouth, like you're not communicating at all. I don't feel there's a whole lot of communication. And again, if there is, it's probably in a sharp tone. There is, if this is your current partner, there is an opportunity to change and transform this relationship, but you get the final say so. They're going to come in, and I feel the two of you are going to communicate, finally communicate. Remember, that sharp tone is going to be removed, and it'll be right around the actual Christmas day, between Christmas Day and New Year's Day. It'll be in that week where you will be discussing things. It may be 2 or 3 communication efforts. So what I'm seeing is 2 or 3 times, like talking on the phone, sending a couple text messages, and then a phone call, 2 or 3 of them before the actual real issue is addressed. And that's okay, as long as that effort is made. And you're going to be open to it. So it'll be a kind of like a little bit of a test for you, Sag, where you're recognizing how far you want to go with this person. If you're being triggered, then you got to work through that, and you have to release it, or it's going to come right into the new year, and it'll knock you into this 5 of Swords energy. It will block you from what's actually coming your way. The blockage of not allowing love in because one person hurt us or 2 people hurt us or however many it was, when we block that out, when we feel hardened from that, it creates a rippling effect, causing a blockage in other relationships. Not just romantic, it could be in all relationships, including our financial situation. So this is a big moment to heal and sever those unwanted negative energies around you, and even negative people, if it's actual people that we're talking about. So Sagittarius, I am sending you all the blessings for you, because this is an amazing, very big, big deal for a lot of you. You already know what I'm talking about. So much love and light to you.